Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic with the bonus content continuing on. Loads of things going on the channel. We've been doing some very hard puzzles lately. I don't know if this is going to prove like that, but we'll see. And you can certainly try this consecutive Sudoku on the link below the video before watching my solve. There is one extra rule as well as normal consecutive rules which state that for any pair of cells that are orthogonally connected, like these two, if they are consecutive, they have a bar marking that between them. If, like these two, they have no bar, then they are not consecutive. Now, one extra rule here is that the two green cells have to add to more than 10. That's all we get. This is from Bram Cohen, and I'm looking forward to trying it. Just before I do that, plenty going on the channel. There's stuff going on the Discord server. We've got all sorts of things going on Patreon, especially the new puzzle hunt that'll be released in the next 2 or 3 days. And I've done a solve of a Stephen Sondheim puzzle, and we'll be putting that up somewhere soon. Anyway, for now, let's get cracking on this puzzle. So, as I said, consecutive Sudoku, a bar marks 2 consecutive numbers. This has to be more than 10 as a sum. Now, I think that's in there because there are no givens, by which I mean in a normal consecutive with no givens, it's not actually possible to have only one solution because you could reverse the puzzle by subtracting every digit from 10. So if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, the whole grid could fill in some way, but you could subtract every digit in the grid from 10, and this would be 9, 8, 7, 6, and the whole thing would be fine. But that is going to stop it. So this may not be essential to the start. It may actually be essential at the finish. We might do the whole grid and then have to subtract everything from 10, having made the wrong assumption. I don't know. It might be like that. I hope it's not. But okay, so these corner boxes have the most consecutive markers, and this one has a run of 4 that we've seen. Everything else is connected, but some are connected outside the box, so it's not very helpful in deciding what's going on. In fact, that run of 4, that's the longest one in the grid. There is another one here, but that actually might not be 4 different digits because those two could be the same. They're not in the same box or row or column. Ooh. Oh, look at this row though. That's interesting. This has got, this has got 4 separate dominoes, as it were, that must be, they must be consecutive, and that means one must be odd and one must be even. So those 4 dominoes are going to use up the 4 even numbers for this row and leave us with an odd one here. So maybe this is a parity puzzle. Look, same pattern up here. So for the same reasons, this green cell is odd. Oh, I see. Okay, we've got a whole lattice going, haven't we? Every row, column, oh, not there, but there and there. That's the lattice. Row 7, row 3 and row 7, column 3 and column 7 all obey this rule. So all these numbers in the center of them are odd. They're all looking in by a consecutive to the central box. Those are all even, and that uses up all the even digits in the central box. That's crazy. So those are all odd straight away, and we get a lovely diamond. But that diamond does not reach into the corner boxes at all. There's no connection into them. Only negative connections. Well, no connections at all, actually. Oh, I did say that the negative constraint is important in these puzzles. Yeah, look at this cell. This is an odd number. It's touching 2, 4, 6, and 8 in some order. We don't know which of these is 2, 4, 6, and 8, but it doesn't matter for this cell. It's touching them all. And yet it's only consecutive to one of them. So Well, this must be 1 or 9. This one must be the 2 or 8 that it's touching. This must be 3 or 7. And that would explain why it's only consecutive to one of the even numbers. But it doesn't actually help us determine the others. Now, this is adding up to more than 10. So this can't be 4. This has to be 6 or 8. This could be 5, 7 or 9. Now 4 is restricted to one of these two cells. Yeah, and wherever 4 appears, it can't be next to 3 and 5 because there's no consecutive marker. So 3 and 5 must be either in those two or those two. This must be 3 or 5. Oh, yeah, whichever it is, it affects this cell that it's not connected to or this one. One of those becomes 8 because they can't be connected to whichever of 3 or 5. I think what I'm going to do is work out what the box looks like if this is 4 and then what it looks like if this is 4. So I'm just going to remember these numbers. So if this is 4, then 3 and 5 are up here. This now can't be 2 because it would be touching the 3 without a bar. So that would be 8. That would make this 9 and that 7. Yeah, this is now 9. So we've used 9, 8, 3, 5 and 4. We've got 1, 2, 6 and 7 to place. So 2 and 6 are here next to the 9. And this one can't be 2, can it? Because of the restriction up there. So they look like that. This can't be the 5 now because it's next to the 6. So if this is a 4, 9, 8, 6, 3, 2, 5, that has to be 7, that has to be 1. Now, what if this is the 4? Then 3 and 5 are up here. This is now 1. That's 2. So 5 has to be here. 3 here. 1 here. 2 here. This is 3 and 5. So this now has to be 8, which works. That puts 6 here. 1 and 7 are down here with 1 next to the 6 and 7 over here. So there's exactly 2 possibilities for how this central box can work. But I don't know which one to choose. So it's not kind of a parity puzzle, it's a which way round puzzle in some way. Oh look, up here, yeah, these 8 cells in this box only must be using all the even numbers. So this one is odd. And that makes those two even. Does that sort us out? But then they don't connect. Maybe that's important that they don't connect. So this can't be 2. And this can't be 2. And this must connect the 2 of them. Oh, it could still be 3 though. Ah. This is 3, 5 or 7. We haven't really got anything happening there. But interestingly, if this wasn't 8, this would be a 4-6 pair. That would put 1 here. That would resolve this central box. So you'd have 1 there, 7 there, 9, 8, 6. This would have to be 4. So if this was a 4-6 pair, that would have to be 4. This would have to be 6. That can't be 4 then. That still hasn't... yeah. This is joined to that. That has to be different from this because one of them is joined here. This can't be 7 now because it would be joined to either 6 or 8. This is a weird puzzle. So we've either got 5, 6 or 9, 8. Now if this is 1, you've got 2 there. This is 5, 7. Can't remember remember how that worked. 4, 6, 8. Yes, that doesn't work. I think I've come at this a really weird way, but I think I'm there now. This can't be 9, because that makes this 8, this 1, this 2, this 4, this 6. Somehow I worked out this didn't work. 9 there, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6. And this can't be 7 or 1 anymore. Can't be 7 because it's adjacent. Can't be 1 because that's the 1. So this cannot be 9 and must be 5. Wow. I'm barely sure I followed that myself. If you followed it, well done. But I think it did work. If that was 9, you'd get 8 there, 1 there. Because of the way these things work, 2, 4, 6 there, and this would have no filling. So that's how we get there. So that disambiguates everything in the center. Oh, crikey, that feels like a workout straight away there. So there we go. This is 1 or 3, can't decide which. This is not 7 anymore because it's in the row. This can't be 8. Yeah, this is good. Oh no, it could be 8. Sorry, I was imagining that those two had to be connected. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that. Business life goes on. Sorry. Now, back to this. We have got... Yeah, we've got progress. That is what we've got. So, God, trying to resume my thoughts. Okay, so across the middle here. Oh, that is quite interesting. 9, 8, 7, 4 gone. So this is either a 6, 5 pair. It would have to be 5, 6. Because the 6 couldn't be next to the 7. That wouldn't work, because this would be 3. This would be 2 and 1, and they'd need to be connected. So 6 is not over here. It's over here somewhere. What's that telling me? It can't be next to 5, but 5 could be there with 6 there. Yeah, now 6 is gone. This can't involve 5. 5's definitely over here somewhere as well. Oh, and it can't be next to 6. That's the point. It has to be separate. So this is 5 and this is 6. This involves 2. And this is either 1 or 3. Making this... Oh, this can't be 8 anymore. In fact, yes, this was where I'd got to. I just discovered that run around there. Sorry, this is the problem with interruptions, and I do apologise for that. And now it's all fallen apart because 6 and 6 there. That is because it is not a run. Stop trying to think those are connected. I did it before the phone call. I've done it after. They're not connected. That is the salient point. This is an 8. I'm very sorry. Now, that can still be 7 or 9. Okay, but that's an 8. This is not 5, obviously, because 5's in the box, so it's a 7. This can be 2 or 4. These involve 5, but not with a 4 next to it. Ooh. 9's down here. Oh, I just kind of wish I knew which of those was which. Now, can that same sort of thing go on in the central column? Because it was very useful here to work out about 6's. So we've got 1 or 3, 4, 8 and 7 to go. So this could be 3, 4 with 1 there. But no, it couldn't be because that would put 7 and 8 there. So 4 is not here. It's clearly not here next to the 5. There's a strange form of symmetry going on here. That makes this 8 and 7. This is 1 or 3. Well, it's clearly not 3 because it's not shown as linked to the 4. So that is 3. 8 and 7. So they either run into a 6 or 9 going round one way or the other. and it's not 6 because one of these has to be 5 because of that 5. So this is a 9. We can do 9, 8, 7, 3. I don't know which one is the 5, but one of them is. 6 is not down here. 4 can't be there because of that 4, or there because of both the 5 and the 3. So 4's down here. How about up here? 5, yes. Where does 3 go in this box? Well, that 3 rules out those. That 4 stops it being there. So 3 is there. This is 2 or 4. This is 1 or 3, not 5, because 5's down there. 1, 5, 3, 8. This is 2 or 6 by Sudoku and can't be 2 by the consecutive rule. So now we have 2, 7, 9 here with very little restriction over them. 3, 8, 5, 1, 4, 6 in this set. This one can't be the 4, we know. This can't be 6 because it's next to 7. 2 and 5 here, yes, we can place those. 5 there, 2 there. I've not continued with the odd even marking because I think it only mattered for those central cells. In fact, I'm going to take out all the colours because they're not relevant anymore. Of course, for a while I thought this was all going to be a one-way guess and then maybe correct. Then for a while I thought it was going to be a parity puzzle, and in the end it's kind of been a very cunning mixture of all the various types. No, not that we've reached the end, but we have got somewhere now. Now 5 joins into this box with a 4 or 6 there. This therefore has to be odd, and 5 and 7 are looking straight at it, so that's a 3, which proves that's a 4. That resolves this pair up here as 2, 1. These must be 6 and 7 to be joined, and that's the 9. There we go. So 7, 6, 5, 4. That was even. So this must be even. That's a 2 because we need odd, even, odd here. So that's 1 and 3. This is 8 and 9. This is either 7, if that was 9, 8, and it can't be 7. So it must, oh, it could be 9 though, couldn't it? Yeah, okay, let's be careful. This could be 9, 8, 9 or 8, 9, 8, but it can't be that. Yeah, this has to be 9. Takes a while to figure this stuff out. That's a 1 now for the box, has been for ages. Sorry if you've been shouting about that one in particular. This can't be 6 or 8 because of the 2 it's connected to. So that's 1, and for every reason we've got rid of 1 there. 4, 5 and 9 here, and the 4 and 5 can't be together. In fact, the 4 can't be next to the 3. This is now either 6 or 4, and it is connected here, which only leaves one possibility. That must be the 7. That can't be 2 either now, so that's a 9. Brilliant. So 9 is always brilliant because you know what's connected to it, and that must be 9 as well. 4, 3 and 2 down here. Regular Sudoku gives me that. Consecutive, non-consecutive actually gives me that. That's 4. This can't be 6 because of the 5 above it. I should have spotted that earlier. Oh no, I've done something wrong. 6 and 9. And look, 7's in the same. What did I do here? Maybe that was a 6. No, 9, 8, 9 here. That's all I've done wrong. In fact, I said 9 at the time. I typed the wrong number. God, I hate myself sometimes. Right, that's even. That must be the 7. 6 there. That's a 5. 6 makes that 8, and that's 6. This can't be 3. Right. 8 and 9 here. Yes. 8 and 9 there. 7 and 6 must be the joined pair up there. So 4 there, 6 there, 7. That 6, 7 finally resolves that run of 4. We've got a 3. This is a 2-1 pair. Yep, that sorts out the 3-2. And after a brief moment of absolute sweat and panic when it looked like everything had gone wrong, that is the solution to this puzzle. Very neat puzzle by Bram there. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. Perhaps you made slightly better practice with the middle box to start. I find it very hard to believe that you could actually start anywhere else apart from the middle box and those 4 cells, but I may be proved wrong by events. Lovely puzzle, very interesting kind of dichotomous approach to the middle there. I really enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching, and I really hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.